prayers of the righteous availeth much. Prayers of the righteous availeth much.
As I was in this vision, I saw myself somewhere. It was a sudden change that I saw myself somewhere in a place, and in this place it had a room, and in this room I saw myself in this room, but this room was so vital. It had security that you couldn't just go in this room just anyhow. Just as you know, people who have secrets, you know, people who are mysterious, have mysteries, you know, a place that is covered, a place that you have to pass gates, you know, for you to enter. In fact, even on the first gate, they will ask you, who are you? Even though you are there on, they will first check you up, you know, because just moving into this place, you have to go through security. It's not a place to be reached. But I thank God that I saw myself there inside this room. And this room, it had I will mention them, they were whites, but they were not many people or many whites. Our people who are whites, you know what I'm talking about. So there were a few of them, and they were in this room with computers, and in this room they knew what they were doing, but whatever they were doing, it was for the entire world, and they were making sure that the entire world gets to be controlled by them. They were making sure that the entire world, people of the world, will be controlled. They will control the mind of human race. So this is what they were doing, and they didn't want anybody to know. Remember, they were not all whites. There were a few whites in this room. I could call it a control room. Not everybody was, not everyone could reach this control room. Even me, it was just because I was in trance. The Lord just maybe took my spirit into this room, and they were not seeing me, seeing them. Perhaps God had taken me there just to see what is taking place on the other side of the world, what is happening, or what is to happen on the other side of the world, how the enemy is rampant, and the people devil is using, you know, to bring this world into a place which is evil, but the evil that has never happened, that has never existed ever since the world has existed. So if I had my I would have given the picture I saw, because oh my God. So anyway, let me do my best to describe what I saw. So this white person there were a few people, as I said, there were few whites, but particularly I focused on one. So he had this computer, and on this computer there was a human brain. It was a normal human brain. And as I saw it on this computer, the normal human brain, so this white person, or these white people, a few of them, look at what they were doing. They had another brain. They were now like as though a human brain is here, like this is circle, but there was another circle inside representing this other brain, which they were working on to use or to control this normal brain of the human being, the normal human being. I don't know if you have gotten this, you know, the human brain, the normal human brain, but the normal human brain, inside the normal human brain, these people were working hard to cause this normal human brain be controlled by their brain, okay, by their brain. And this is what came when I was watching this. It was like a voice, it was like an information telling me that, Simon, You see that other brain which these people are working, they are working towards to consume this other human normal brain. This is what these people are doing, and the devil is using them to control. God used this word, to control the human normal brains. And it was like, oh God, what do you mean by this? He told me, okay, you ask, but as I'm talking right now, it is 80% of this control has already taken over. 80% of the control of these people has already taken over the human brain, the normal human brain, meaning the normal people are being controlled 80%. And what is left, the other part, what was left before, when their brain has not reached the normal brain to surge the normal human brain, the part that was left, it was 20% left. And the Lord was saying, it's now 20% left. Of these people are left with 20% to cover or to totally control the human brain. Hey, I want to say this again. It's 20% left for these people to totally control the human brain, because I could see it on their computer. As I could see the other brain growing to cover up this normal brain. But as it covers up, it was like it's taking control, total control over the human race. And the Lord said again that, Simon, this is what is happening. Right now, it is 80% control, what these people are doing. But 20 left totally for them to fulfill their plan of controlling the human race. So as I was watching, again, another information came, and he told me that, Simon, you see, this 80%, it is what I call the powers of hell, the powers of Hades that the church did not fight. And he said again that this is a war, that part, the 80% control right now, they are taking into the human brains or the human race or whatever they are doing. I'm just giving the information as it was. It's you now to translate or to ask God or Spirit, what did it mean more, in my life and for the world. So it was like the control right now that is happening, it is the powers of hell, powers of Hades. And another thing, it's war, the war which Christians, believers, did not fight, which Christians did not even know, did not even understand that it is the war we are supposed to fight. And the Lord was saying, Simon, if there is any believer right now, if there is any Christian right now, everybody could focus on this kind of war, the war of control. The war of control. And remember, these people, I saw them. There were few people. They were. I wouldn't say they are, but I saw the color. It was color white. Color. They are white color. What colored white? But there are few of them, controlling not only believers, but controlling even themselves, their fellow whites. And even many people, almost 80%, because that was what the vision, what I saw in the vision. And I said, Lord, what do you mean again? Because this is so queer, because you are in 2 weeks fasting, no food, no what. And this is what the Lord is giving you, And the Lord is saying, Simon, This is a battle that has never been there. These are clearly things I saw. A battle that has never been here ever since the world has started. And you'll never see anywhere. But then what makes it worse, it was not a battle of guns. It was not a battle of, fighting each other physically, but a battle of controlling the mind. Controlling the mind. And in the other way, the Lord is saying, many were already overcome by this battle. And they cannot escape. The 20% that is remaining, many of them may not even escape it. Because already the control is at 80%. At 80%. Meaning that, as I'm translating from what the Lord was saying, that the church, which had to fight this battle from the beginning, remember, God created Christians. God created man to be the one to control the world. This is why the Bible says, after creating Adam, he told Adam, go and have dominion. Go and control. Go and manage. Go and subdue my power, my authority. So, for the church, failure for the church to stand, to seek for that power of control, the power of dominion. This is why the enemy looked at it and said, no, I'll come in the camp. I'll come in the camp of those who are supposed to control the world. And when I come into their camp, then I'll be the one to control them. I'll be the one to control them. And to the point that they will be totally controlled, because that's the agenda of the enemy. He will do anything, he will use anything to fulfill the purpose man had to fulfill. The heavenly purpose man had to fulfill. So the enemy will come and change it to fulfill it in an evil way. That it will be him now to control the world. It's not bad, devil, to have that plan of controlling the world, okay, in any way he wants, but not to the believers.
Genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist. Some of you may have heard this phrase before. It's how Tony Stark describes himself. You may know him as Iron Man, the Marvel superhero. But do you know who was the inspiration behind the movie character? It was Elon Musk, a man whose new technological gamble sounds something like something out of the Avengers. His company Neuralink has gotten approval. What for? For brain implants in humans. They can now recruit patients for their first human trial. Some background here. Neuralink is a brain implant company led by Elon Musk. It wants to implant a chip into the human brain. The idea is that the users will be able to control phones, pay bills, and operate devices just with their thoughts. I know it sounds a lot like sci-fi movies, but who knows? It could soon be a reality. Our next report tells you how Musk is trying to blur the line between humans and machines.
Step 1. Drill holes in a human skull. Step 2. Put the chip implant in the brain. Step 3. Control your phone with your thoughts. No, this isn't the start of a science fiction novel. It's Elon Musk's dream project, Neuralink. It's a neurotechnology company co-founded by Musk in 2016. The goal was simple: build direct communication between the brain and computers. The idea was to supercharge human capabilities. Basically, control your devices with thoughts, treat neurological disorders like Parkinson's, and in the end, build a symbiotic relationship between humans and AI, aka Cyborg Alert. So, how will this happen? Neuralink's technology will work mainly through an implant. It's called the Link. The device is about the size of 5 coins stacked together. This will be placed inside the human brain. How? Well, via good old surgery. A surgeon will stitch it into your brain. And it's not just any surgeon, it's a robot surgeon. Then the hardware will harbor electrodes. This will record neural activity and stimulate specific regions of the brain. What happens then? Well, you may be able to use your thoughts to control the world. But before you get so far ahead, hold on a minute. The technology sounds incredulous, but the execution, not so much. Plus, there is a lot of steps involved. I mean, it's going in your brain, so you have to make sure it's safe first. Neuralink has tested its implants on monkeys and other animals, and now it's time for humans. The company has its approval to recruit human subjects, so if you want a chip in your brain, you know where to sign up. But if you're not ready for a robot surgeon to stitch 1064 wires into your brain, you're not alone. Neuralink's core idea is impressive, sending neuroelectrical activity to anything digital. That can be life-changing. You can then control almost anything, from prosthetic arms to your Tesla cars. Imagine the power your thoughts would have. But it's the viability that worries most people. Neuralink has 3 selling points: easy to implant, doesn't cause damages, and works for a long time. But to have it work in a human brain for a long time without problems is a real challenge. And despite the claims, many fear it could end up damaging blood vessels. That's what these human trials are about, to see if this is actually viable. The other problem is Musk's ultimate dream. He says in the future, Neuralink will be able to store and replay memories, almost like a pensieve from Harry Potter. But the brain is not a hard drive. Our memories are not videos. The neural signals emitted during the act of remembering are not the memories themselves. Basically, you can't upload your consciousness. I know, Musk makes it sound easy, but neuroscientists are on the fence about this. That being said, when has viability ever stopped Musk? The technology may not be there, but he always makes sure the hype around it is. Neuralink is undoubtedly an ambitious venture, but it's hard not to be skeptical about it, especially when the line between science fiction and reality blurs. Neuralink could be the next big thing. Only the human trials can prove that. So until then, let's keep our feet on the ground and our brains chipless, till Neuralink proves that it's more than just another Elon Musk daydream.
To build upon that and build foundation models for the brain.
Yeah, it's a good point. Yeah, I actually got no problem with